are listening to the most original talk radio station anywhere. We are LA Talk Radio at latalkradio.com.
You're listening to Outspoken Radio with Donny and friends, right here on LA Talk Radio.
We are joined by 4 lovely people. We have, three lovely people, but
Three.
no, one. We'll get you.
We're getting yelled at.
We're getting yelled at.
We're getting yelled at. We're getting yelled
So
at.
JC Calciano, who is the writer, director, and producer of Is It Just Me and eCUPID the movie. Nicholas Downs, who is the co-producer of the movie. Noah Shuffman. Did I say it right? Shuffman.
Yes.
Shuffman,
And then
yeah.
Houston Rhines, which is, you guys are in the movie, the actors from the movie, which works.
That's
right.
So you guys wrote it, co-produced it.
We did that movie.
He's got that all done.
You got
Good
that
job.
all done.
Good job.
Nailed it.
Check.
Check.
Yeah, this is JC Calciano's second movie. The first one he did was Is It Just Me?
Is It Just Me? Which we
and-
talked about.
Right.
We
right
had you
on.
guys in for that, and we saw.
And you
and
saw
loved it.
And I heard you guys were
Loved
like
it.
giving good shout outs for it. So
We
thank
did.
you very much.
We
So,
did.
you're very
Absolutely.
welcome.
That
We
means
had a
a
little
lot.
viewing party at our house.
With
And
pumpkin squares.
pumpkin, you remember?
I remember.
I wrote that in the Facebook file, yes. We actually did
I wasn't
have
there
pumpkin
actually,
squares.
but I remember that.
Yes, which is
Remember the
fun.
most.
So
Kind of
you were
blew
there in
Donny away
spirit.
there for a second.
I know, I was
Blew
like,
him
wow,
away. He's
creepy.
like,
But then I wrote it
what?
on his Facebook wall. We're watching Is
People-
It Just Me?
Yeah.
Marathon.
Well, this is the second one. eCUPID and JC wrote and directed this, and I came on. This is Nicholas. I came on as a co-producer for this film.
Yeah.
I saw JC was doing another feature, and I was like, I want to learn that side of things
Mm-hmm.
just so that I can, produce myself as an actor. And so he's like, all right. He's like, come on and start working with me. And so we went through the whole process, and it's still in the process. It's probably maybe about 4 weeks or so out from being totally finished.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
It's in the sound mixing right now, and these guys got to see some of the clips. So I think Noah got to see something of the clips before we came here
tonight.
tonight.
It was the first.
Was it a clip that I saw? I saw a clip of.
I think it was a different clip than
Is it
what
a different
you
clip than what I saw?
actually, yeah. But it was the first. I hadn't seen any dailies or anything through the entire process, so it was very exciting to see tonight. Saw it right before we came over here. So
See? So you're excited.
So I have something good to talk
So
about.
you can
That's
actually
right.
talk about
Awesome.
That's great.
I can.
So-
It's spoiler alert. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, spoiler.
As if you've read the script.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't even know. You have to watch and find out.
It's all
Completely
improv. You
improvised.
just
He's
made up
like-
everything.
Be determined.
Completely improvised.
So was it weird for you, Nicholas, to kind of hand over? I mean, 'cause you've acted a lot, and so is it weird for you to kind of, handle the different side of?
take over the
You
production
were
element
just
of it.
more
Well, a
on the
little bit.
production side.
I've learned that producing is about 10 times harder than acting. I mean, it's just because there's so much. I mean, maybe because acting is just what I really want to do, and it feels more natural. But the producing is just. There's so much going on, and it's not like you have an opportunity on set to sort of go do a scene, then kind of sit back and chill for a minute. It's like constantly something. But it was. I knew it was necessary, and I feel like it is necessary in the business to step up and learn that, so that you can option work or create work or find work. And JC made it fun, and these guys made it a lot of fun. And Houston and Noah are the 2 leads, but they also got an opportunity to work with Morgan Fairchild
Yes,
as a part in the movie.
we did see that.
Yeah, and maybe they could
Yeah,
talk
which is
about
amazing.
their experience at work. Both got great scenes with her separately and together.
Yes. How was it working with
Yes,
Morgan?
let's,
I mean, that's
let's
a
lead right into
huge.
that. Yeah, that's huge. That's
huge.
awesome.
I
When
mean,
saw she was in it.
she's she's been acting longer than when I was, born. I guess, really.
Yeah.
So-
Longer than all of us have been born.
Yeah.
This is true. Yeah.
Extend that to us, Donnie. Thank you
Yes.
very much. He
Well-
likes to think that he's the youngest always in the room. Touts
Well,
his
20 years younger than you are.
Touts his youth. Oh,
It's because he's the
you
prettiest.
son
He
of
must be the youngest.
That works for me. I like that.
There you go.
You're welcome back anytime. Just so you know.
I'm just going to keep schmoozing my way
In
in.
his good graces, talk about how thin he is. That's
Like, you
another
can
way
mention
to get
how
rid of
skinny
it.
I was.
And I like your hair. So
Uh-oh. You just hit all 3 top things.
He knows how to get.
Yep, it's true.
So how was
back
Morgan?
Off,
Back
off,
Morgan.
off.
Well, what was it like, Houston, working with Morgan?
I mean, wow. What do you say about Morgan? I mean, she's a legend. I mean, right off the bat, I call home to tell my mom I'm working with Morgan Fairchild, which is the biggest thing in the world to her, and she goes crazy and she's excited. My grandma and the entire family. Once we're on set, I mean, she's a pro, and coming into it and working with her, I mean, you see how it's done. I mean, you just kind of sit back and watch and take it all in. She's amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
awesome.
she's definitely like somebody to learn from, if anything.
Yeah, she was amazing. She was actually very down to earth, and I kind of latched onto her. This is Noah, by the way. I kind of latched onto her in between takes and just listened, asked her questions and listened to her stories, and she was telling me stories. She's worked with pretty much every giant in the industry,
huge.
and to hear her talk about greats such as Cary Grant and Betty Davis and all of these people that were huge in the film industry, I was in awe, really.
Yeah.
But for her to have all these experiences and then just to be so down to earth and just have great conversation, it was a pretty amazing experience.
That's
I have to
awesome.
say, yeah.
I'm jelly.
How long did it take you guys to film the movie?
Well, the film was the same shooting schedule as Is It Just Me? It was 12 days.
Wow, that's like
And-
intense.
So quick.
Yes.
That's really
That's
crazy.
so quick.
I can imagine filming a
Well,
movie in
yeah.
12 days. That is like scary.
I know for me on Is It Just Me, it was a really fast, intense experience. You got maybe 1 or 2 takes for every setup. It's really fast, so I'm actually kind of curious as to what it was like for Noah in Houston, and I know what it was like for me.
Because you're
but what it
used
was
to
like for
it.
you guys.
Yeah.
Because you have done it.
I had done it.
Another movie
Have you
that
guys ever
fast.
worked on something like that?
I've never had a shooting schedule that quick. This is Houston speaking, by the way. At times, it literally felt like I was doing a scene and sprinting to wardrobe and sprinting back to set to do the next scene. Like,
Wow.
it felt like 12 hours of doing that consecutively, like just running back and forth, do it. And then, yeah, I mean, it was intense.
Yeah, and you spent a lot of time in makeup, too.
I can see
so
that.
It really...
Now the secrets are really coming out.
Right. No, it was crazy. The first, I remember the first day, the first scene, we did it once, and JC was like, "Yeah, I think we got it." And I was like, "Whoa, what? No, we got what? No, I got nothing. Let's do it. Come on, let's do it again."
Yeah.
And it was something that I got used to, and it just took putting faith and trust in JC. Like, it was really hard the first couple scenes the first day, and then putting the trust in him and seeing. I mean, after having seen Is It Just Me and seeing how great that turned out, I knew he knew what he was doing. So it was hard at first, but then actually, once I let go of that fear, it just kind of took a life of its own, and it was kind of freeing.
Yeah, and I think me and Noah had this discussion actually about, man, we're doing 1 take, we're doing 2 takes, and you were kind of freaking out, and sometimes the actor not knowing what they're doing, and then I would see him at times when I wasn't getting what he wanted, or I would see him with another actor where he would do more and more takes because he wasn't getting what he wanted. So when you see that, then you trust it a little more, like, oh, okay, so he really is, we're getting it,
Right.
we're good, and your confidence builds. And
He's not just trying to move through it at a rapid
yeah,
pace. He's
like,
actually
oh my god,
completely-
we have such a schedule, but however long it took, he would do it. It just Noah was so brilliant that he would get it in 1 take.
This is true.
Look at this love. I enjoy
Right.
it so much.
There's a lot of love going on here.
Donny and I are so catty to each other. It's
I
nice to
know.
see
It's
such
nice
a
to
good
see people
working
get along.
relationship.
We're all
Donny.
very good
This is
actors,
what
so
it
I'm just kidding. No, I love you guys.
No, it's really good. So, JC wrote the film
And directed it, yes.
and directed it. He's out there, so we can just say hey to JC, who's listening
Hey,
to
JC.
us.
He's watching. He's
Hi,
listening.
JC.
So we're gonna
There's
ask
like a
questions
30-second
through
delay.
him. We're gonna.
Norway says hello, JC.
There's a 30-second delay, so it's really weird because
Yeah,
he's gonna
so
look
he's
at it,
gonna
kind of
look at
like
us
he's gonna be
in a
waving
second.
when we're done with him. But so do you know where he came up with the concept of the film for?
Oh gosh, he's probably
Or-
maybe he'll run over here in 30 seconds and
try to
correct me.
explain
But
it.
yeah, I think that he was looking for essentially a bit of a follow-up film. I think he knew that Is It Just Me was getting a lot of attention and it was doing really well as a romantic comedy, and it's so far I think it's going to be, at least for 2010, one of the top sellers for TLA.
Yeah.
It's doing really well on Amazon and Netflix and
Yeah, that's
and all over
awesome.
the place, and it's like number like within the top 10 of all VODs of all romantic comedies on Amazon, up there with all of like The Holiday and different films like that.
That's awesome.
So he I think he's standing out there. I think he wants to barge in. But I know that he was looking to do another romantic comedy, and he's but also
Let's get in here.
we only let have so many people in the room at a time. So
I know.
Kind of like.
Well, maybe he can come in at the
come
end
in
and clarify
he can
this.
tell
But
us about it. Yeah.
I mean, because I'm sure there's something a little bit more at heart, and maybe I had a little too many drinks in Vegas this weekend to really remember it directly. But sorry, Mom. But I think what's nice about this is it's about it's couple that's looking for love.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are a couple that have been in a relationship and they start feeling that 7-year itch, and one of them starts to have doubts, and that's Houston's character. He starts to have doubts about the relationship and where it's going and whether it's right, and so he downloads an app that's supposed to help him find his true love. And so he does that, but the app is actually sort of a guardian angel app, and it becomes like an eCUPID app.
Yeah.
And it's the eCUPID.
All right. We're doing a little musical chairs.
We're gonna do a little musical chairs here for a minute, guys.
musical
All right,
We're gonna have fun
JC's
with
going to
it.
come in and he's going to give the real reason why he came up with the idea of eCUPID. It'll be something that none of us know, by the way. Watch.
It is opposite of everything you said.
It's a documentary about myself. That's really what it is.
See, I told you.
It was supposed to air on National Geographic, but you decided to make it into a feature film anyway.
Basically, what I do is I try to get great movies that I love and reinterpret them. So, Is It Just Me was an interpretation of the classic Cyrano de Bergerac story, and one of my favorite movies, which I think is a lot of people's favorite movies, is It's a Wonderful Life. So I wanted to modernize It's a Wonderful Life. So I kind of thought if the character of Clarence was the angel was an app, how would it affect two boys in love? So that was really the origin of the idea. So I kind of thought out that progression on my version of a West Hollywood app. It's a Wonderful Life.
West Hollywood Wonderful Life. That's going to be
West Hollywood. It's a Wonderful Life. Wow, that sums it up.
Any other direct questions for JC before we butcher his answers?
Well, I have a question about there's actually going to be an eCUPID app on.
Yeah, we
Apple?
we do. We have
February 1st?
we have a really awesome app that's going to be coming out hopefully in time for Valentine's Day.
Awesome.
And the app is called eCUPID, and you can go to iTunes and download it, and it's a compatibility tester. And we are talking right now to Morgan. I'm having her voice it. So when you go over there and you want to know if you found true love, then you go to eCUPID, and Morgan will give you her insights on true love.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
So
That's
it'll
very
tell
cool.
you if you didn't find true love?
It will tell you, and you should leave that person immediately.
Wow. I like
Donny.
that. I'm just going to set it up. Like, how can I program
How can I program
this
it
to
so that it
say
will
this
say
is
that?
not true love?
And I'm sure it's dead on, too. I mean,
Oh.
it's like-
Probably.
Why
Those
not?
things are always just, there's
I mean,
exact science.
It's an app for that. There's
And-
always an app for that.
So right now people can kind of keep up with the movie on the Facebook.com site, right?
Facebook.com, eCUPID the movie.
Right. And then is there going to be a website? Is there going to be a main website? I think it's in the works, right?
Yeah, that'll be out hopefully in a month, and that's eCUPIDthemovie.com.
Awesome. And then everybody can find out where they can get their eCUPID app.
Absolutely.
Keep updated on that. I know Donnie's loves all those gadgets and stuff.